Hey YouTube, I'm Arwen, the professional joy seeker, the professional psychic and tarot consultant, and the late bird today. Sorry, been really overwhelmed with a bunch of stuff going on, the eclipse energy, and then this tarot collection that I am still cataloging. I know, 2 weeks later, but I think I'm down to the last 30 or so decks. Awesome. And I've uploaded since last week about 110, maybe 120 more decks. So lots of people are jumping on the popular ones. There is right now still a Lumina Tarot listed. It is the second edition, I believe, because it's in the compartmentalized box. I have, I got one of these. This was last week's tarot deck, and there is one in the collection that I'm going to release. I'm not letting go of mine, of course. So if you're looking for tarot decks, oracle decks, Lenormand, go forth. There's some as low as $5. Yeah, there's some high, because I've got some real collector's editions in there. But if you want one, go forth and look. Do email me. Do not message me on Facebook. I know I said to do that, but I've gotten completely scattered and confused. I don't know who said what, and I can't find stuff in Messenger. Now, let's look at, if you didn't see my big crystal reveal, let me show you my beauty. Isn't she beautiful? Yay, I love her. Sorry, I'm knocking stuff over here. So, love, love, love this crystal. Now, we are going to be looking at an oracle and a tarot deck. Now that I've moved all individual Tarotscopes to pay-per-view, or for those of you on Patreon, you'll be getting yours, of course. But what I'm doing now is I'm doing a 3-card tarot reading for the whole group, so that you'll at least have that experience if you can't partake of the other. If you're in Texas, please know that you're in my thoughts. I've got family down there, and yeah, it's scary. So hang in there, guys. Do not drive through floodwater. Do not try to wade through floodwater. Get up on the top of something. They're saying get on your house. Don't get in your attic. Go all the way up so they can see you. Now, our oracle deck is a Louise Hay deck. It was in the collection. I'm actually using it today to see if I'm going to keep it or not. I may put it in the collection. It's kind of cute. I really like the Louise Hay positivity. But we're using the Wisdom cards by Louise L. Hay. It's a 64-card deck, and I believe it first came out in 2000 something. There's no date on here, so I don't know. Oh, there it is. Oh, 2000. So yeah, 2000. The other deck I'm using is one that I've actually heard about and never had my hands on. I have a trimmed, edged version of this. I think it's a complete deck. I'll have to look at it again. But this is the one that I'm keeping, and it is the Transformational Tarot. And it's got some beautiful imagery, you know, really, really pretty stuff. And I hope that you enjoy this deck. I will have to do some shuffling on it, because when I get new decks to me, or new to me decks, one of the things I do to verify all the cards are there is I put them in order, you know, and that helps me know what cards are missing. And I actually have an edged Lumina. I say Lumina, but I keep hearing people calling it the Lumina Tarot. So I don't know. But I have an edged version, and I'm missing one card. So it may be in the bottom of a box. I have one box that I haven't completely emptied. Oh, crap. Up that 20 to 30 to 30 to 40. I just realized that. But it might be in there. It could have slid into a box that's in there. So I'm going to look in that box. That's probably one of the things I'm going to do in the next couple of days. So let's take a look at the wisdom cards for our oracle. This is for all of us. And I don't know about y'all, but the eclipse energies hit a lot of people really weird. I heard from a lot of women, even some postmenopausal women, that they were spotting, or their periods started at a different time than they should have. Some people started way early. I didn't have that. I did have some real weirdness around eating. I was super hungry. I blamed it on a new medication I'm on, but I don't know. So let's dive in and see what the the Joy Seeker tribe is. Yeah, I call the Patreon the inner because I wanted them to feel really special. I don't want you to feel unspecial, but I want them to feel really special. Now, and if you watched last week, you heard about my little rant and on racism, and I'm probably going to keep going on about that because here's the thing. We just had a discussion on a writing group I'm in, and a comment was made that kind of got a lot of people in an uproar, me included. And diversity has to happen. It's not just it has to happen, it has happened, right? It has happened, it's done. And now we need to be voices for everyone. And if you are in a position of power, then you need to be a voice for those in a position of not power and pull them up to your level. And don't kid yourself about it not happening. Okay? Get out there and read, educate yourself. That's all I'll say. Now let's look at our oracle card. Oh, it's all turned around. Okay. I am here at the right time. And the back says, the work I do on myself is not a goal. It is a process, a lifetime process. I choose to enjoy the process. And that's your affirmation. I choose to enjoy the process. I choose to enjoy the process. I choose to enjoy the process. Remember affirmations. You say them three times a day. You want to say them with real intent. You want to look yourself in the eye while saying them. And you want to say it out loud. Okay? And that intent and out loud kind of go hand in hand. But affirmations work. You're retraining your brain. And it's just like any athlete. You know, you have to keep at it. My husband and I have started keeping at it. We're doing walks every day. I've signed up for Zumba, oh God, twice a week, and yoga once a week. So, and I'm doing a little tiny yoga practice in the morning. It's not a lot. I mean, but I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So, you know, and my husband is the good one about getting us up and getting us motivated about the walking. So getting there. The eclipse for me, that's kind of one of the things it did for me was get me really a little more focused on body stuff. So that was an interesting, I wouldn't have expected that of that particular energy, but that's what it did for me. I'd love to hear what it did for you. Just leave me a comment in the bottom. Now we're going to look at the Tarot of Transformation. I keep calling it the Transformational Tarot. It is not the Ando deck. It is the, oh, what is her name? Corey. Jessica Lee Corey, maybe? I don't know. So let's dive in and see what we get. And the first card we get is, Abiding in Love, the Master of Cups. And I really like this deck because it has non-genderized quartz, which I really appreciate. I think that's super important. Abiding in love. So that's a lovely, lovely thing for us in terms of this week. It is about love. It is about, you know, finding what is going to work for us, what is not going to work for us, but letting love be your guiding force, letting love carry you forward, and abiding in love, right? Staying, resting, living in love. Not as easy as you might think. What's going to help us with that energy? Ooh, tantric sexuality. Dun, dun, dun. This is the Nine of Wands. Now, wands are, I'm trying to get it to focus. Of course, it won't. Nine of Wands, the wands are very much fire for me. They are activity. They are focus, you damn camera. There we go. Ha, ha, ha. But tantric love is, I don't do tantric love, okay? Just saying. But what I know of it is that it's a sexual practice of rising to the peak and holding and going back down and then rising to the peak again and not going over the peak. Again, what you're doing is using that energy to energize your cells. Okay, so it's an interesting concept. Nine of Wands with the Master of Cups. Could be a lot of sexual stuff coming up this week, and it could be some secretive sexual stuff. It could be some people telling you stuff that you maybe didn't need to know. So when you're talking to people, remember, maybe they don't need to know. But let's look at what's going to get in the way. Okay, this deck seems to be very literal. You see who's getting in the way? Let me get her to focus. Yeah, Jarama Coen. She's got a mirror. She only sees herself. It's the Seven of Cups. And she's on a stage. She doesn't even see the people around her. So that's an interesting in the way card, right? Because what we're looking at there is maybe the focus isn't me right now. Maybe the focus is everybody else, we, and getting out of ourselves. And I think sometimes given our world energy right now, that's something that we do need to do. We need to get outside of ourselves and be with others, be other. We all have our individuality, right? We all have our differences and our uniqueness. But at the core, we're all the same. We have a brain, we have a heart, we have sexual organs of some type. Whether they're full or not, we have them, right? We all have assholes on our bodies. So maybe when you begin to become me and drama, thinking about others will help you pull out of that. We are still under Mercury retrograde. We have gotten through 2 weeks of it, so hang in there. It's generally about a 3-week thing. If you count shadows on both sides, it's 5, but we've been through 3 already. So don't meme yourself into a corner. I'm Arwen, the professional joy seeker. These were the main Tarotscopes for the entire group of us. So seek joy, y'all. And if you're ready to get a reading, come find me at tarotbyarwen.com. And I would love to work with you, video or email. Just holler. Seek joy.